All right, so let's go over here. And let's have a look. So we have normals here. Let's make an attribute wrangle. So what do we need? Okay, we need another vector. Okay, let's type vector up equals, and then let's put it in the up direction maybe. All right, now let's do a cross product. Vector cross equals cross product of at normal and up. We can write this out if we want. Okay. Okay, this is looking a little bit weird. What did I do? 1 second. So this does have a normal. Oh, of course, I forgot to type cross here. All right, stupid me. All right, so now you can see I get a cross product pointing that direction. So still not exactly what we want. Well, what we can do is now maybe type v at cross, like we did before, equals cross product between cross, so between, sorry, at the normal and the cross product we already had. So now we have something that we want. You can see I have vectors pointing out. So maybe I want to invert this. So times -1. So now they're pointing all inwards. And let's normalize it maybe. So again, always with these brackets, just order of operations. And you can see it's sort of changed here. So now they're all normalized. Right. So now we have created these vectors that we can use for a copy. So right now this is not really doing much, but what we can say, so let's highlight our copies already. Let's make them packed. Let's maybe visualize our thing here. Right, so we can sort of see what's going to happen. All right, so we can see now we have these vectors pointing inwards. Now what we can say is, okay, let's say that the position of the points, so maybe type v at p to be a little bit clear, equals. So sorry, plus equals. So that will mean we will add 2, and then we will add so we have the cross vector here, and we can, by the way, just use it in. We don't need to write it out. We just use it for the visualization. So just type vector. So just cross equals. So now it will be like that, and then plus equals cross. Right. So now everything is going completely in the wrong direction. And I think I didn't even need to invert, by the way. So let's remove the inversion. All right. But it's way too much. So let's do it with the, let's make a slider. Type float. And then call it, I guess, offset equals. And type CHF offset. And then cross times offset. Plus, and then create a plus icon. Right, so now we have a slider that's gonna allow them to move inwards, which is, I mean, they are moving in the right direction, so we're almost there. Like we can see, if we sort of move, you can see they're moving nicely with the thing. Okay. Okay, so one more thing that we need to do is we need to take into account the thickness of these things. And remember, we have that because we have a p-scale. So the p-scale is the thickness, because we use the thickness to drive this. So what we can say maybe instead is cross times at p-scale. So that already works, but maybe we want to include our slider so we have some more control. So p-scale times offset. So now we can increase it, and it will also take into account the thickness. So you see our copies are still sort of oriented a little bit weirdly. So maybe what we want to do is, first off, we maybe want to orient them in the same direction as well. So I guess add n equals cross, right? And then we need to sort of transform our original thing to sort of match our orientation. Something like that. Let's offset our thing a little bit more. And let's play. Yeah, this is looking good. All right, so now one more thing that we want to do is we want to also change the scale of these things along the curves. So, I mean, we already have a p-scale. We just want to be able to maybe influence the scale. So we're using the p-scale in here. So maybe after that, we want to tell the p-scale to maybe be smaller. So at p-scale times equals, and then general float p-scale. So then we have a multiplier for our p-scale, and then this needs to happen afterwards, because else the offset will also be influenced. So now let's have a look. Now we have our little knobs facing inwards. So I know this was probably a little bit complicated, but that's fine. So this is just cross product, which is something you use quite a lot, and you can use it to do a lot of cool stuff, like including something like this. So you can use cross product to sort of get new angles from so if you have a vector, you can use it to get other vectors as well. So you can use that for orientations and to do a whole bunch of other more complicated stuff. But yeah, hopefully you could sort of get along with it. And if you didn't, well, this is something you're gonna run into a lot more later as well. So I mean, you can always get back to this video and sort of have a look at what is happening. So maybe if we want to do the same inside of VOPs, because vex is maybe a little bit complicated, let's disable this thing. Let's do an attribute VOP. Let's go inside.